Hi guys, Leigh again from Bloody Studios, and we've got another battle report. I'm joined by Rick, so
Hello.
instead of being behind the camera, he is on camera today with us.
There you go.
Yeah, so it's going to be fun. You actually get to see Rick instead of just hearing him and having his head sort of poke around the lens every now and then.
Yeah,
Something
exactly.
funny happens. So today we're doing another test game for SN's No Retreat. So this will be the second game I've filmed, which will probably come out after the event. So when I've obviously won it, or come dead last, it's going to be one of the
I'm
other.
sure you'll do very well, Leigh, so considering...
Considering.
I don't know, you've got a pretty powerful list. The last couple of games that we've filmed with your armies have been pretty nasty. Well, not nasty, but they've been very sort of formidable against the other opponents.
Correct, yeah. Like the last game we had, if you haven't watched it yet, close your ears now because it is a pretty good game. I versed Rich in his Action Militarum, and yeah, I tabled him. That's the nicest way to put it. Like he did really well, and I thought it was going to be a little bit, touch and go there. But sort of getting onto turn 3, turn 4, I'd already maxed out on the Maelstrom points. I was already controlling the mid board, and he was just running out of tricks to really sort of get me. So I just got him in the end. And unfortunately for him, it went to turn 7, so I got the tabling, which would have meant in the tournament system I would have gotten the full points. However, I think I was pretty much on full points anyway because
that's what
I had everything.
Pretty much noticed by about turn 4 your army was already dominating the field, and all that was mainly there for the large heavy weapons. So, I mean, you pretty much swept it all up.
That's it. That's it. So yeah, so just to reiterate, what's in my list today is that I've got a battalion detachment Death Guard, which has a Chaos Lord, Demon Prince, who is the Warlord with the revoltingly resilient Warlord trait and the separating plates, and then I've also got Typhus as well. So he's there just to buff up the Poxwalkers that I've got in the troop section. So I've got 2 lots of 14 Poxwalkers. I've got 14 Cultists as well, so that fills out all my troop allotment there. Then I've also got 2 of the Fetid Bloat Drones, and I've also got 3 Plague Burst Crawlers in the heavy support slot with the Entropy Cannons, which are awesome. Those Plague Burst Crawlers. Moon. Then there's the Noble Demon Detachment as well, which has got the Poxbringer. It's got the 3 bases and 3 Noblings, so they're really good for that early game capture objectives. Do a bit of debuff as well on the enemy drops as well, so that way if there's anything that's going to be drop in turn 2, at least it creates that buffer and I can actually spread my army out a little bit, get out of my deployment zone. And then I've also just got the Blight Drones in there as well, so they were actually really good. They were fantastic.
They're very fast moving.
They're prehensile proboscis, little elephant tongue thing that comes out of them. That weapon is so good. It goes like that. That thing is just incredible, like 2 damage. Like there's no AP or anything on it, but you throw them up against Terminator or something, they're eventually going to fail 1 or 2 saves, and that just kills them straight up. And the fact they're so survivable, and then they've got the fly keyword so they can bug out if they need to.
No pun intended.
No pun intended. They're just really good. So I start with 8 command points. I do generally tend to spend them pretty quickly, but I am trying more and more to hold off on doing the command reroll because you're so tempted to use the command reroll, which you always end up failing anyway. So it's like, you know what, just wear it and sort of just go on with trying to use your other stratagems. So I didn't get to play one of the stratagems I wanted in the last game. I'm going to try and do it in this game, but I doubt that's going to happen as well with what you're taking. So what are you taking?
Alright, well today's a bit of a special list considering I sort of woke up this morning and was like, hey look, I'm playing Leigh this morning, so I literally went to my shelf and just threw it all into the case. So the main focus of my army today, it's a Wordbearer army, but it's very mechanical, so it's a bit of a contradiction because you might be like, wait, it should be Iron Warriors, anyway, but what I've done is I've taken 4 Hell Brutes. Yes, 4 Hell Brutes, so I've taken a Vanguard detachment to start with. So there's the 4 Hell Brutes, each armed with a plethora of different weapons. So one's got like twin power fists, the other one's got like a shooty one with a missile launcher and twin las cannon. The other one's just your generic one out of the old Dark Vengeance box set with the, the supposed one like that. And then finally the other one's got basically a heavy plasma cannon with the, what's it called? The
Power Scourge.
Power Scourge, that's right, yeah. It shows you how long it's been since I've played my army, so yeah, always filming, that's why. Anyway, so I've taken that as the primary core element of this army. Around that, you'll find 14 cultists, so there's a flamer in there, just pretty much the plugins running around just going, worship Lorgar. Anyway, so we've got that. There is the Land Raider as well with the 4 las cannons, the Havoc launcher, and the heavy bolters.
No, we had to drop the Havoc launcher.
Oh.
Yes, I know. My apologies.
Now, the Forge Fiend's in that one?
Ah, yes it is.
Oh yeah, and the Forge Fiend's in there as well, so for extra punchy shootiness. To top it off, there is a Warp Smith in there, because I'm just going to be walking in behind the 4 Hellbrutes and the Forge Fiend like a jerk, because he just goes, oh, repair this, repair that, repair this. So that's the idea with, that's Principal Bind. I don't know how well it's going to go against Leigh, but we'll see what happens.
It'll go well, I think.
And then just to top it off, there is 8 Chaos Marines, so one's we've got a Melter Gun and a Power Fist, so it's just a very generic squad, and there's a banner as well. Did you get the banner in there?
No banner.
Oh,
Ran out of points.
Oh. Anyway, so that is pretty much the core element of the Vanguard Force. Then I took a Spearhead detachment to top it off, which had there is a, what you call it?
You got the Land Raider and Forge Fiend in that one.
Did the Helldrake fit in there as well?
Yes. So
yes. There. And there is a Helldrake in there as well, because I found a Helldrake on my shelf and said, hey, this looks cool, I'm going to throw it in there as well. So, so I threw it in there.
And you got the Havocs too.
Yes, and there is Havocs in there, so there's 4 autocannons in the Havocs as well. So
and a Chaos Lord leading it.
And a Chaos Lord leading it too.
Yep.
So, yeah, look, it's a silly list, I'm not going to lie. I just wanted to take 4 Hellbrutes because Hellbrutes, I like them, and I've got heaps of them, so I thought, as a bit of a hurrah for Leigh going off to Gibraltar very soon, I thought, you know what, I'm going to give him a really silly game and make it a lot of fun. Well, that's the plan. You might probably table within 2 turns, but...
Nah. This list will be tough to get through, I think. It will be a heap of fun to fight against. The Havocs with the autocannons, like my list tends to actually weirdly suffer against things that are 2 damage, I found. So when I versed Rich with the Vulcan Mega Bolt, because they're 2 damage each, that was just really affecting me a lot because he was getting a lot of wounds. And then you got to make it to just the one plucky, disgusting routine. So you've got to try and make 2 to at least keep some of your wounds back. So I find that anything that's sort of damage 2, damage 3 can really start to hurt after a while. So obviously that Forge Fiend with his 3 damage Hades autocannons, that's troublesome. But I've already figured out my target priority. I'm hoping Rick sort of knows how to deal with my list. Maybe
I've watched it enough, let's just say so.
Yes, so this will be about the 4th game I've had with the list that I am taking to No Retreat. So going up against this one, I think it's going to be interesting. It's going to see how I deal with armour.
Well, that's the other thing too. I kind of did that on purpose because you might get army lists that might have a lot of wounds, especially this is a high wound count army. So you're already looking at those 4 Hellbrutes, there's already 32 wounds. So if you can smash your way through that, then you know you've got a good firepower list.
My counter to that though is that when I did play Dirk recently in that last game, he had even more wins than I had him. So
there you go. So
So we'll see how we go. Obviously it's been a while since Rick's played, so I'll just make sure he makes the right choices for himself as well, so that way he can smash my army. Because I want to.
Yeah, well, we'll see how we go. And it comes down to the dice rolls, of course, as well. Knowing he's like my Lamenters dice rolls, super awesome. It's like, here, fire plasma cannon, double 1s. Yeah, awesome.
But we're going to mitigate that in this game, though.
Yeah, we'll see how we go.
Alright, so the mission we're playing is game 2 from No Retreat, which will be Deadlock. And I'm going to bring it up on my phone because I always keep forgetting. It's what happens.
Put your phone on silent as well.
Oh, you put your phone on silent. So the mission is No Mercy in Deadlock. So essentially, you got kill points, and then it's the 6 tactical objectives, and that you start with on turn 1. Then turn 5, you need to have. Turn 2, you need to have 5. Turn 3, you need to have 4, and it just keeps going down up until you get to 1 card draw per turn. So just remember though, you can only score a maximum of 8 points in the Maelstrom for No Retreat. You get up to 14 in the primaries. So that's any of the Eternal War missions are your sort of primaries. So you can get up to 14 points there, 8 points in the other, and then you get your first strike in this, and Warlord. So
cool.
Yeah, it should be a bit of fun, Rick. Let's do it.
Good luck.
Good luck. Okay, so we've got the 2 armies deployed. So as we can see here, what we'll do actually first is go over where the objectives are. So we've got Objective 1, that's in the corner here next to the Bastion. Objective 6 up the back here. Got Objective 5, just here next to the Bastion. Objective 2 is just under this guy right here. Then we've got Objective 4, and then Objective 3 back over in Rick's deployment zone. So basically, this has sort of dictated how I started with the deployment. So essentially what we've done is deployed armor against armor first, so we could just have counter armor assets against each other. And because I thought, why have my troops in the way, because it's not going to do anything, it'll just tie them up and I can't actually leave them free to go score. So then also what I've done is I've deployed 1 unit of Nurglings just up behind the Bastion here to automatically claim 6, but they can also run and bounce to get 5 and get 1, so I've got these options here. And then I also did a screen of the Nurglings here. Now this is to stop Rick flying his Helldrake straight up, and then getting off a charge turn 1 against my Plague Burst Crawlers, just neutering them essentially. So I need to make sure that doesn't happen. And what Rick's done as well is pretty much just put forward his Land Raider with the troops inside, and is going to be running everything up as a big blob. So we'll see how we sort of counteract that. Is there anything you want to add to that, Rick?
Look, it's just for me, I'm survive as long as I can against this army, because I've seen this army perform various times and I know the sheer firepower of it and how it works. So for me, as a last minute, it was like a last minute army selection. It was just to get what I can and do the best I can with it. So we'll see how we go. I'm just looking forward to running 4 Hell Brutes. So.
Now we're going to do the roll off.
Yes.
Got dice in your hand, Rick?
Yeah, I do in a sec.
Here we go. So just here.
Into the Sky Shield. Here we go. Let me get my.
I'm going to use my unlucky SN dice. It's only rolled 1 so far. Here we go. These. Oh, 6.
He's rolled a 6.
You got the +1. So
I'm on the 4. So
now, do you want to? Here, I'm going to give you a special dice.
Oh.
Try and seize.
All right, here we go. Using the SN I just stole. Here we go. No, not today.
All right, Rick. Good luck.
Yes, good luck.
Here we go.
Too easy.
I don't know what you're going to do.
All right, we'll see how we go. So,
see you soon.
On to turn 1.
Alright, so with the Deadlock mission, with the Maelstrom mission, I've pulled my 6 cards. So we've got Death Begets Life. I have to kill 7 models to score the point. I don't think that's really going to happen in this turn at all, even with everything up there, because my firepower needs to go somewhere else at the start of this. So I'm not going to be scoring that one. Grandfather's Gift, it is not going to happen, because I need to kill something with a Plague Weapon, and I literally don't have much with a Plague Weapon. I've got a Battle Sword up the back here, so it's technically doable, so I have to keep the card. Defend Objective 3. Objective 3 is all the way up in Rick's zone there, so that's not going to be happening. So those first 3 are non-existent. However, Defend Objective 2. Objective 2 is right in my back line here, which is great. Secure Objective 4, which is in my back line just here, so I just have to drop a couple of cultists down. And then Secure Objective 6, which is where my Nurglings already are. So I've got 3 points there by the end of Rick's turn that I can score. Everything else is much tougher. I will have to probably turf one of those objectives a turn just to make sure I keep drawing cards that I can get until I score out my maximum points. So yeah, onto the movement phase. Alright, so the movement phase is complete. I've just moved the cultists down here. They advanced a massive 6 inches as well. So they're just sitting there securing Objective 4. Everything else is just sort of moved up. I've got 6 locked down as well, so I'm going to be getting those 2 points. I've got the Poxwalkers sitting on Objective 2, so at the end of Rick's turn they should hopefully have that, which would be fantastic. And yeah, now it's just time to do the Psychic phase. Oh yeah, so nothing has moved here as well, so I've got that block. So here we go, Psychic phase. He's going to cast Miasma of Pestilence onto these guys here, for the -1 to hit. Goes off on a 9, and he'll give him Putrescent Vitality as well to +1 Strength and Toughness. That also goes off on an 8. So that is the Psychic phase complete, and we'll just go straight on to the shooting phase. Alright, so not a bad shooting phase. All 3 of the mortars opened up, because that's literally all that could shoot this turn. And we managed to take no wounds on the Havocs. But we did, on the very last mortar, take out the Helldrake. So I managed to just do 12 wounds on him, and he had the 12 wounds. So if he had 1 wound left, he would come back with another wound, and it just would have been really annoying. But yeah, that's a big annoyance out of the way. However, 4 Entropy Cannons went into the Land Raider, and we didn't do anything. So yeah, Land Raiders are nice and tough. I'm not looking forward to some stuff that's going to be happening soon. Is what it is, so we'll see how we go. Yeah, that's literally my turn. So Rick's turn 1 coming up now. Also scored Secure Objective 4 and Objective 6, so that's my turn there. Didn't get Death Begets Life, didn't get Grandfather's Gift, and hopefully at the end of this turn I'll get Defend Objective 2 from Rick.
Alrighty, so interesting draw of cards for this turn 1. So as you can see, there's a plethora of cards on the table. So the first one is for the Dark God. So score 1 victory point if an enemy unit was destroyed or failed a morale during this turn, which possible. We'll see how we go. Priority orders received as a second one with Assassinate. So I've got to score 1 victory point if at least 1 enemy character was destroyed. That's a bit of a tricky one.
Yeah, this has to be done by the Warlord as well.
Yeah, so probably not. No prisoners, so score 1 victory point if an enemy unit was destroyed during your turn. Between 3 and 5 you get D3, so yeah, sort of, we'll see how we go. Secure Objective 1, which is all the way down there. That's not too hard. I've got a Hell Brute there which can probably just run off from the pack and capture it for this turn. The Long War, score 1 victory point if an enemy unit was destroyed during this turn, which again, possibility. And this was a biggie. So mission critical objective. So I rolled my dice, and then I used the command point to because at first I rolled 2, which would have been right in Leigh's deployment zone, which is kind of a mission impossible at the moment. So I re-rolled it, and I rolled a 1, which is even better. So therefore, if I capture that, it's basically a couple more victory points for me at the end of this turn. So we'll see how we go. It's an interesting draw. I mean, I can get a couple of points out of this before I get pasted by this onslaught of Nurgle, and we'll see how we go.
Interesting.
Right, so for the movement phase, a couple of things have occurred. So I ran the Hellbrute to objective 1, so he's captured that. So hopefully get a couple of points for that. I've got my other Hellbrute here with the twin power fists. He's 12 inches away, so it might be a bit of a challenge to charge this Blight Drone, but if I get it off, it'll be amazing because it just gets to smash the face out of one of those damn things. The other Hellbrute behind is staying within 6 inches of the Lord, so obviously if I roll a 1, I can re-roll that, which is kind of handy. Land Raider's just moved up slightly so I can get a bit of line of sight on these damn Plague Burst Crawlers. And also with the other Hellbrute, with the shooty Hellbrute, I've got him just side by side within 6 as well, so he's got a missile launcher, twin las cannon. And for the Forge Fiend, he hasn't really moved because he's going to open up and see if we can let rip on some of these Nurglings. They count as 1 unit, aren't they?
No, so you got a unit of 3 just here, and a unit of 3 just here, so it's easy to kill. So
even better.
Rick and I were actually just talking about this, because like we've said, it's been a little while since Rick has played, and what I advise is he drops his Chaos Lord out on the back, so he's within 6 of everything there. So he's going to get the reroll 1s to hit. So you can't target him as well because he's a character. And we've now got all that heavy firepower because he needs to at least kill 1 unit. So the weakest thing here is probably these guys. Easiest to take out, especially if it's double damage weapons.
Which the autocannons are.
Autocannons will be able to do... They'll be able to do a few wins here, but they won't be able to kill the unit. However, if you open up with the Hades autocannons with 3 damage, you're going to wipe a unit out nice and easy. So even if that went first, and then you can actually split fire with the Havocs maybe to then start to target some other things, like maybe the next unit, we can really start to essentially put a lot of damage onto this block here, because this is what's going to really damage Rick in this game. So he really needs to start moving these off the table, essentially. So we'll probably come back in the shooting phase. We'll try and roll anything that's clutch as well.
Also, we just moved the cultists up here as well, so they're just moved
That's
up.
it. They're guarding the cards, making sure I don't steal them or change them. So yeah, Rick can do a bit of damage this turn, so I'm going to be interested to see what he does. So let's come back in the shooting phase.
So onto the shooting phase. The Forge Fiend over there is going to shoot at the Nurgling, so I do really want to get these points. I know it's overkill, but we'll see how we go. So 8 shots at the... We did roll the actual Forge Furnace as well to get the reroll hits and wounds. So we'll see how we go. So hitting on 4s. Rerolling 1s, if I'm correct.
No, reroll everything.
Ah, there we go. Oh, that's right, hits and wounds.
So there were 2 misses in there.
2 misses, which is still pretty good. It's not too bad. And 2s to wound.
With reroll.
With rerolls. So everything wounds.
Everything there, Sam. Is that 6?
Yes.
Okay, here we go. Green dice. 5 up involves. Watch me pass all these, though, as I go. No, so that is... essentially, we'll come back and calculate the wounds there, but that's how many wounds each are they? 3?
3. So
3 wounds.
15 wounds.
15 wounds, so yeah, that's a unit of Nurglings gone, and that's first blood, and then Rick also scores a whole bunch of points from his cards. So that's the reason why we do this, because you've got to think about the points at the end of the day. So there we go, and we'll come back when there's more shooting.
Okay, so not a bad shooting phase for the first turn. I did wipe out 1 Plague Burst Crawler, as you can see. Wiped it out, but it did take a bit of firepower to wipe out. So it was pretty good. So I used the Havocs over here to finish them off, and used a combination on Land Raiders and the Havoc... what's the name? Havoc, what's the name? Dreadnought.
Yeah, the Hellbrute with the las cannons.
That's what I'm thinking old school. So
lots of las cannons went into it, lots of everything, but at least that's some significant firepower gone.
And apart from that, all I really just did is just probably finish some Nurglings off, so it gave me some points as well. So what we're going to do now is we're going to roll for our charge with our Hellbrute over here. So I need to roll 12. So if I can pull this off, I'd be totally amazed. So we'll see what happens. Oh, so
let's
close.
Measure it up. Let's measure it up. Let's double check. I reckon you could actually make that.
Oh, so close. Here we go. So it's 11.
You got to be within an inch. So you.
That's about an inch.
Yeah, you're in.
Oh, there you go. Bang.
Boom, 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 boom. So I'll resolve my Overwatch and we'll come back to it.
Brutal. So we've charged in successfully. We're going to now roll 5 attacks, hopefully hitting on 3s. Fingers crossed. So we scored 3 hits.
Pretty good. 2 to wound.
Yep.
Yes.
So there we go. So 3 wounds.
3 wounds. That's at
-3,
negative.
I believe, for
Let's have a quick look, Rick.
Quick look for you. So
I've got my dice ready.
-3. Yep.
Minus
and
3.
do 3
There we
damage
go.
each.
Because he's... Oh, strength 6 type... No, so those other 2 wouldn't have wounded because he won't double my toughness. So your strength would be strength 12. My toughness is 7. So it would be double. So that was only 1 wound.
1 wound, there you go.
And 5 up invul. 3 attacks back. Hit twice.
Yep.
So it's plague weapon. I'm strength like 6. Get to reroll once for plague weapon. That's 2 wounds. And that's at -1.
So there we go. 1 gets through.
And it's D3 damage. 2 damage.
2 wounds.
There we go. So a little bit of a fluff, but there we go. That's the end of the combat phase.
Awesome. Okay, so after turn 1 with our objectives, we scored 1 victory point for
the Dark
destroying-
Gods.
Yep, so that's 1 point for that.
Nope.
We didn't bother with that. 1 victory point if the enemy unit was destroyed, so we got that for the Nurglings. We secured objective 1, so that's pretty good. Long War, score 1 victory point if the enemy was just... so we got that. And we got that as well, because that was objective 1.
Yes,
so that's a total of 5 points.
And then you also get first strike as well. So 6 points in your first turn.
Didn't you get first strike though?
No, that's first blood. Under the tournament rules, there's first strike. So
there you go.
I killed the Helldrake, you killed the Nurglings, so therefore we both got first strike.
Huzzah.
So here we go. Now let's go on to the Death Guard turn 2. Alright, so we've still got the other 2 objectives from last time, which we might be able to start scoring now. Then we drew priority orders received, same as Rick, but at least my Warlord can do this one, which is defend Objective 6, and he's sitting right on top of Objective 6 right now. So it was like it was meant to be. Then we've also got Mission Critical Objective, so we rolled up 4, which is what the cultists are currently holding right now, so that makes that nice and easy. And then we also got Advance, which we're probably going to ignore this turn. So I have to move everything out of my deployment zone. It might be a bit too difficult with what I need to do, especially with the hits that I need to do. So might do it a bit later in the game, but yeah, let's try and kill some armor this turn, though. Otherwise, I might be in a little bit of strife. All right, so end of the Death Guard movement phase. We've pushed up the Blood Drones there. So they're going to use their prehensile biscuit sucky elephant trunk things to hopefully do some damage a little bit later on after I do some stuff. Here we've had the Poxbringer just move up as well, and then the Nurglings have advanced just behind here, so they can hopefully start taking Objective 5, which will probably turn up a little bit later in the game. These Nurglings have also just stayed back as well. Demon Prince has just stayed still. Typhus has moved up. These Poxbringers have just stayed where they are. And these ones have also just moved up because they might even try and pull off a little bit of a charge soon. So, yeah, that's where we are at the moment. Now what we're going to do is our...
Psychic.
Psychic. So, where's the time of the helmet? 7. Okay, so only 5. Anyway, so what we're going to do is... first I'm going to cast Miasma of Pestilence onto these guys here. So, where should we roll that? Right here. There we go. It goes off on an 8. So, they're -1 to hit. Now he'll cast Smite onto him. Goes off on a 6. And he does 2 wounds so far, so oh yeah, you've got your thing.
Yeah, I got a little dice over there. So
now, old man here will also cast Smite. So I need a 6 now to get that off.
No.
I rolled a 4. I'm
gonna command point it. Do it.
Do it. All right, fine. I'll command point it. So it's a 3 and a 1. So. No, that 1. See, what did I say at the start of the game? It's just to prove why that happens. All right, so then the very last thing I can cast is this Poxbringer here. He's also going to cast Smite, and that is the closest model to him. So here we go.
No.
3, so that doesn't go off. That happens though, that happens. But that's the psychic phase. Let's go on to the shooting phase.
Shooting.
All right, so at the end of the Death Guard shooting, something really amazing just happened, which we'll cover off in a sec. Just over here, another couple of wounds were stripped from the Plague Spitters, so leaving him on 2 wounds, I believe.
Yes.
And the other Hellbrood also suffered 3 wounds from the Plague Spitters. Moving over here, the Plague Burst Crawlers open everything up onto the
Land Raider.
So stripped a few wounds here. Then finally, the 2 Entropy Cannons made it. So the Land Raider has a 2-up save. Did 2 wounds with the Entropy Cannons. Needs 6s to save. What did you roll, Rick?
2 6s.
2 6s. He managed to really
slow that down.
There we go. So next up is the charge phase. So I've got a few charges to make and we'll come back in the fight phase. So, oh God, Rick, you just annoyed me with that. Really right, that happens though, so it's good training. Right, let's go on to the charge and fight phase. Alright, so at the end of the charge phase, we've had these guys go in. They suffered 1 wound from Overwatch, from the heavy bolters.
Yes.
Over here, the Poxbringers made it in, lost a couple on the Overwatch from the heavy flamer that's underslung, and then the other drone also made it in. So, yeah, some big combat that's coming up. So, yeah, let's just see what happens. I'm not going to kill anything here, but at least I've tied it up, which is the main thing. Yeah, so we'll come back on anything important. All right, so we thought we'd film this one. So all the Pox Walkers getting to attack. So I do get to pile in, but I'm just going to keep these 2 out just for simplicity. So it's 18 attacks. Now I need 4s to hit, re-rolling 1s because the Demon Prince is nearby. So here we go. Let's take out the 1s.
A few there.
There's 3 there. Okay, so it's 2s and 3s need to go. So, that one's out. It's 4. Okay, there we go. Anything else in there you can see here? No?
No, all good.
Alright, so strength 4, toughness 7. I need 5s to wound. Here we go. There's 1, 2, 3.
Okay, so 3 arms.
So here you go.
Oh.
Now, here you go, just use these. They're blessed.
Can you kill them? They're blessed for you.
3 up.
Ah, no! Damn
Spend
it.
your last command point. And...
Yeah, do it. Why not? Yes.
He's still
he
alive.
lives.
1 wound.
He lives.
No more command points, though.
No, it doesn't matter.
There we go. So then the last one is 3 attacks over here. We might as well quickly do this. 4s to hit, all miss.
Ah.
There you go. So Rick will attack back with his stuff. Actually, let's do that one first. 4 attacks. Let's see how you go.
Which one? This one?
No, against him.
Him?
So.
Yep, 4s, so 3s to hit. 2 hits.
No, that's
yeah.
Was it -1 from the Power Fist? No.
No.
No. So
2 hits.
All hit. No, that'd be
3s. Oh, there you go. Yep, and 2. No, 3s to wound. Yes, 3s. That'd be right.
So 1. Here we go. 5 up.
Oh, and over here,
Kill some of
5
these
attacks.
Dudes. Here you go.
Here we go. So hitting on 3s. That's a bit better. And wounding, splatting on 2s. Ah, no!
He can roll 2 6s to save his Land Raider, but then...
The double.
So there's 1 though.
There's 1. So
what is it, like 3 5 ups? No, one of them's dead.
Get right, 5
Thank
ups.
you. Thank you.
Alright, and that's pretty much it for combat.
Yeah, we'll do the Land Raider off camera.
Yeah, cool.
Alright, so end of the Death Guard turn 2. Pretty much, yeah, we've got everything sort of locked up in combat now. And I managed to score mission critical objective for securing objective 4. So, yeah, that's just an extra point for myself. And that brings me up onto 4 Maelstrom points and 1 from the first strike. So I'm on 5 points total. So I'm still behind Rick. But I should get, hopefully, defend objective 6 with the priority orders received. So, there we go. On to the Word Bearers, turn 2.
Right, so Wordbearer's turn 2, not a bad draw. Interesting draw. So I got defend objective 5, so as you can see there's a bit of a quagmire going on over there. I've got some troops in the Land Raider which I can deploy out and capture that. It might be a bit tricky though, so I'm sort of 50-50 about that. Big Game Hunter, yeah, possible if I can wipe out one of these damn Plague Burst crawlers, or even oh no, it hasn't got 10 wounds.
Blood Drone, yeah, Blood Drone's got 10 wounds.
Oh, has it? Oh, there you go, so possibility. Supremacy, if I can... This is a bit of a funny one. I had a bit of a chat with Leigh about this one. So if I can actually move some units around in my deployment zone, I can actually not get this...
Yeah, the way we discussed it was the Cultist can advance up, take objective 3. He can move the Marines out and take objective 5 because they'll have objective secured. And then all he has to do is strip 20 wounds here. Now, I know it's going to be difficult, but I reckon if he shoots everything into there and has a few charges go off and then destroy this guy, he can then claim that. So that's a way to do it. The other way to do it is try and move the troops out, and then that'd be too hard to do. So I reckon he has to focus on just killing these. 20 wounds to strip, but I think it is very, very doable.
It's possible. Well, we'll see how we go. Domination, I'm not going to even bother with that.
Nope.
And defend objective 6, another one, I'm not going to even bother because Leigh's got that very well secured.
So there we go. So anyway, we'll come back, I guess, in the...
On to the movement phase. Alright, so turn 2 movement, a lot of decisions going around here. Leigh's making me really think for my first game back after a long time. So obviously my main priority is to get rid of these jerks here. So as you can see, I'm pretty much getting ready for the charge here, or the counter charge. I'm first going to let rip with a lot of firepower. Over here as well, I've moved out the Wordbearer squad towards objective 1. So if we can basically try and mow down some of these guys, I'll capture that as objective secured anyway.
Yep.
So they'll give me the points. I mean, they're pretty much a sacrificial lamb for this turn, so because these guys are just going to turn around and absolutely mow the living snot out of them. The Warpsmith will repair the Land Raider, hopefully get D3 points back. The Cultist squad over here is captured 3, and the Havocs up here will probably just try and mow down these damn flying beasts that are floating around as well. So
that's it. And remember, pretty much it all goes into kill points. So once you max out your Maelstrom, it's all about the kill points.
That's it.
So just kill point the crap out of stuff, and you're good to go. So, because how many units you killed in full? 2. So you're on 2 kill points. How many units have I killed in full? The Helldrake. That's it.
1. Yeah.
Yeah, so you're not doing too bad at the moment. So, but it is going to come down to the late game.
Yeah,
so,
the late game is where you usually kick into gear. So for me, I'm just trying to get as many points as I can during the first 2 turns, and then after that, we'll see how we go.
Make me fight for it. So yeah,
on to the shooting phase.
Good luck, Rick.
All right, so not a bad shooting phase this turn. I managed to wipe out 2 of these bloke flying things, whatever they are. So they're dead. So I moved on. I did get a lucky shot off here with the melter gun and scored 2 wounds on this blight drone as well. So it's pretty good. And yeah, that's really about it. So
excellent. So do you want to do your charge now whilst we've got the camera rolling?
Go. So
Here we go.
Start with the Chaos Lord.
Yes, so he's going to charge in.
So if he charges in, yeah, he gets an easy.
7. I get my 2 Overwatch shots as well.
Nope.
No hits. There you go.
Your proboscis miss.
Oh no, that's a combat attack.
Okay,
so
I'll do the Forge Fiend.
7.
That
I
gets
think
in.
that'll
It's going to be like a flurry of charges here.
Yes.
And the other Hellbrute, see if we can get in.
A 10. Yeah, I think he's in. So
he's in as well. And the other Hellbrute. Let's see if we can knock that out.
Yes.
So his poor thing here is now surrounded.
Hold!
All the machine.
Hold!
So that's pretty much it for the charges. Alright, we'll come back with more combat results after this. Right, in the combat phase, so as you can see, we've wiped out that, which means we've managed to capture objective 5.
That's it.
So overall, we've got objective 1, because we're within 3 of that as well, so it doesn't matter if those 2 jerks are going to wipe them out the next turn. And we've captured objective number 3 as well. So coming down to our cards, so now we've got a defend objective 5, so I'll get that next turn. Big Game Hunter, didn't get that unfortunately. Supremacy to score D3 victory points to control 3 objectives.
So you get a straight 2 from that under the SN rule, so you just get 2 points.
2 points?
All right. That's that.
Yep.
Don't have that, and also
defend objective 6.
Which you don't have. At least you get Supremacy.
Yep, so that's another 2 points. So we go up to 8.
There you go, and now you've maxed out on all your Maelstrom points, so it's just about getting the kill points now.
Yep.
All right, Death Guard turn 3 coming up. Yeah, let's see what we do. Alright, so into the Death Guard movement phase, but before we go into the actual movement phase, both Rick and I have managed to max out on our allotted Maelstrom points that we can score. So I got my priority orders received, so that essentially gets me like 4 extra points, but you can only score a maximum of 8, so I've maxed out. Rick has also maxed out, so it's literally just about kill points now. So I've got to try and find a way to mitigate Rick from really hurting some of my units out here. While at the same time starting to really take a toll on him. So yeah, let's see what we can do. It's going to be tough, but yeah, good luck. Alright, so just to adjust a few things, I did actually just before we went into the psych phase moved up the Demon Prince, so I thought after we smite, there's no point just moving here because I'm out of charge range of a few things. So we managed to knock out the Hellbrute there now through the smite. We've got Typhus just sitting up the back here, really not doing too much now. So I've got a whole bunch of stuff here that's going to be ready to sort of charge in. We're going to shoot these guys. We're going to try and knock out this Dreadnought as well, or Hellbrute I should say. And yeah, so that'll be mostly in shooting in combat, so at least that'll get me at least 3 points, maybe 4 points from kill points when these guys shoot. So a lot to happen. Let's see what we do. Yeah, Death Guard shooting phase coming up. Alright, so not a bad shooting phase. Killed a couple of Marines over there, which is alright, whatever. Now, shooting phase. We also killed a few cultists over here, 5 of them. But then in the shooting phase, we stripped 11 wounds off of him, so he's got 1 left. So next turn he's going to auto-regenerate. The Warpsmith will probably come out as well and regenerate another D3 wounds. So that's just more wounds I have to take off him. But at least he's a little bit potatoed. He'll need 5s to hit on things now, so that helps. But yeah, that's just really annoying, so it is what it is. So yeah, we'll just quickly do the charges. So I'll do the injured Hellbrute into the Marines first. he gets in on 6 inches, so he's just going to charge to...
Yeah, I'll do Overwatch Fire later on. It's all good.
Yep, for the Demon Prince.
Yep.
The other one is also going to charge into the Marines.
The one!
No, he's in. And then the Demon Prince will do a multi-assault against the...
Oh, that's what he had in mind. So, that's what you were...
Yeah, so he gets in on a 9. So,
yeah, easy.
More than enough in. Let me just double check that. 9 inches. Yes, he is more than enough in. So he just swings right in there. Woof. So,
very nice.
There we go. So, yeah, Rick will do his Overwatch, so we'll come back in the fight phase. Alright, so at the end of the combat phase, we did manage to knock everything else out there. Now, the Demon Prince, he used his separating plate save as well against the Hellbrute. There was 1 wound left on the Hellbrute. Hellbrute took a mortal wound back, so I made 1 save. So,
and he blew up.
And then he blew up as well and killed everything else around him. So, yeah, that's one that paid off. So that's another 2 kill points there.
Yep.
So yeah, 3 kill points in this turn, which is pretty good. But there's this big solid blob here, which is very scary. So yeah, Rick's still got a bit of teeth left in this fight, so he's going to take a nice big chomp out of me, I think, in this turn. But yeah, we'll see how it all ends up. So let's go into Word Bearer turn 3.
Alright guys, so turn 3 movement, we had to have a bit of a think about this because obviously we've got a lot of woundage here which is brutally strong. And so what I did to try and counter-attack that is I brought the Forge Fiend around to face that way. I brought the Warpsmith up so I can regenerate some wounds on him as well. Oh, I get to regenerate the wound as well.
Yeah, let's do that now. So you're on 1 wound, so you got a 2 wounds.
Got a 2, and now the D3 for the other points. So
3, so he's back on 5
wounds, so there we go. So that was actually quite convenient. So I'm quite
very good.
Yeah, so we're good there. We've moved the 2 Hellbrutes up here. My idea is to try and get at least one of these guys into combat with the Nurglings. So again, this is all down to kill points now. So for me, it's just try and get rid of some of the chaff. Havocs up here will probably just take pot shots at the cultists down here. Hopefully they can break and run off.
The other good thing as well is if you've got a couple of wounds left on, say, the bloat drones or whatever else you're going to shoot at, they might be able to strip that instead as well.
So yeah, that's another idea too. So I'll have a think about that when it comes to the shooting phase. Otherwise, yeah, I'm holding on somehow and it's turn 3, so I'm shocked myself.
He's doing well. He's doing well.
So we'll see how we go in the shooting phase now. Right, so we just fired the last cannon at the injured, what's the name?
Bloat drone?
Bloat drone. We scored 4 hits and 4 wounds, and so Leigh's now going to try and save all these.
There we go, watch me.
Yeah, that'd be right.
So what have I done?
2 got through.
2 got through, so 2d6. So 2d6 go for it, Rick.
Wounds. Watch me roll. Super amazing. Yeah,
that's 7.
That's not bad.
So yeah, that's right.
Disgusting.
So here's 4 first. Pass 1, then another 3. Pass another 1. So I lost 3, 4, 5 wounds. So he's got, out of his 8, 3 left. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. That's where these guys up here...
I thought he already took 8 wounds.
Yeah, he's 8 wounds, lost 5.
Oh, he's down
so
to 3.
He's down to 3 now.
Right,
so
yeah, we've got the heavy bolts.
Yeah. Heavy bolts, yeah, let's do that.
6 shots. So
good luck.
So read all the 1s. That was a 2.
Yep.
No, not to be dodgy. So 5 hits.
Yep.
And 5 to wound. 1.
So here we go. That doesn't matter because I pass that. But if you do the Havocs, they might be able to strip him off of his last 3 wounds. So that's...
Yeah, I don't want to, but you know what? We might as well.
Because it won't force these guys to break this turn if you shoot them there. Yeah. It won't do anything, so...
that's fair enough. All right, hitting on 3s. So here we go.
That's pretty good.
It's not a bad roll.
And 4s.
4s to wound.
That's...
So,
oh...
5.
Were you saying that was bad?
Yeah, I know.
He's saying that was bad, so that's -1. Let's see how we go. So I need 4s. I fail 1, 2, 3. So I fail 3. That's 6 wounds. Right, here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 first.
Fail 3.
So I've currently failed.
There's a cock.
That's cock. Let's go that one. So that's 3. He's dead.
So he doesn't blow up on a 6.
I think no. He's a 4, I believe. 4? Yes.
No.
And he doesn't. So that's a bloat drone done, and that's why you do that. Because otherwise, these guys would have lived. You would have done 5 wounds. There's 14 there.
Yeah.
9. I might have lost a couple, but I'd still have them there. But now you've got a guaranteed kill point from that, which is the main thing.
Fair point. Fair point.
It's how you math this game in your head. So
exactly.
There we go. All right, let's shoot some other stuff and we'll come back.
All right. So after the shooting down here against the blight drone, we did decide to fire the Hellbrutes. So we did actually do quite well with this Hellbrute. We actually managed to do 12 wounds on this.
No. It was 7 wounds. 7 wounds.
Oh, yeah, but we did 12, but you say, you say 5. That's what I was trying to say. So
yeah.
we did that, and then I basically got another wound with the plasma cannon there as well.
Yeah. It's been a pretty good shooting phase, actually. So
I've pretty much peppered that one down. It's almost at potato level. Well, potato for me is when you get to the last bracket. Otherwise, the autocannons are down here fired and wiped that out as well, which is pretty cool. So we'll move on to the close combat phase now and see what happens next. Okay, quick recap for the close combat in turn 3. So I did wipe out an Eagling base. So one still survives, and the cheeky little bugger did a wound on my Hellbrute as well.
There's that 4.
What a
It's got
jerk.
4 left.
What a jerk. Anyway, so now moving on to Leigh's
turn 4.
Turn 4.
Alright, so end of the movement phase. Pox Bringer has just moved back. Typhus has just jumped up. He's going to get ready for a big charge. For some reason, he makes like massive charges, so he should be able to get in there and do some damage. The Pox Walkers have also just moved up because they'll also benefit from Typhus when he gets in there. The Demon Prince and Blood Drone have also just moved up, so in the shooting phase, they'll do a little bit of damage there, and same as the Psychic, and then when they charge, they'll hopefully do a little bit more. Yeah, so that's pretty much it at the moment. So we'll just go straight into the Psychic phase. So I'm going to use Typhus. He's going to cast the Putrescent Vitality onto them. I think that does go off on a 5, Putrescent Vitality. I have to double check that. So it's either a 5 or a 6. Then he's going to cast Smite. The closest one is the Hellbrute. So that goes off on a 7. D3 wounds. That's another 3 wounds. He's got 1 left.
God damn it.
And then the Poxbringer is going to cast Fleshy Abundance onto the this guy here, Plague Burst Crawler. I can't believe I'm flipping that. So basically, any noble demon unit can generate D3 wounds. So, that goes off, but he's
it's a peril.
Peril as well. So D3 wounds for him.
2.
5 ups. He loses
Stops
1
a
wound.
wound. Thank you very much.
He's got 4 left, but then I get D3 wounds back onto the Plague Burst Crawler. I get another 3 back, so back onto 8 wounds. So that's very, very handy there. So that's a handy little psychic power just to keep buffing that stuff back up. I was going to use it on the drones before, but they all died. So, and I was going to try and regenerate them back, but you know that's what it is. Then the Demon Prince will cast Smite. The closest is the Land Raider, so that goes off on a 7.
Land Raider. Okay.
Yes, it's the closest. Unit,
Yep.
So,
of course.
D3.
That's so it's up to 10.
There you go. So it's got 6 wounds to try and take off, which I'll try and do in the shooting phase. So yeah, it's all happening, Rick. It's all happening.
Oh yeah, I'm surprised I'm still alive.
Shooting phase. All right. So end of the shooting phase. Typhus' Destroyer Hive killed the Hellbrute. We did a couple of wounds on this guy here. Only killed 1 bloody Havoc.
Amazing.
There were lots of wounds. 4 up saves. Rick pretty much made them all. So yeah, not too bad, not too bad. So yeah, we'll go on to the combat phase next.
Awesome.
Alright, so first thing we'll do is Typhus into the Chaos Lord here in the fight phase. So Typhus made it in. He's got 4 attacks. Here we go. 2s to hit. There's 1 miss there, but that's okay, because there's going to be a lot of wounds now. So he's Strength 7, 3s to wound. Oh, only 2 made it through, so it's -3. You got a 4-up Sigil of Corruption save though.
Yes.
So
4 ups. No!
now that's a straight 6 wounds.
So he's dead.
So he's dead.
No! How brutal is that? Then you get your Warlord as well. Thank you very much.
So yeah, Typhus, nice and brutal. Now the Demon Prince into the Forge Fiend, 7 attacks. Here we go, 2s to hit with rerolls of 1. All good. Strength 7, Toughness 7, so 4s to wound. That's
3 wounds.
3 wounds, so he's got 5 left, so any fails of 5s here are 2 damage a pop.
Oh, loves it! There you go. Yeah, I wish I made it on the Lord.
Makes me so happy though, because it's a tough game now. And then the Bloat Drone, he's got 3 attacks into the Land Raider. Now this could potentially be deadly, and I'll show you why if it does make it through. So I've only had 1 hit. So here we go. Strength 6. Gets reroll, Plague Weapon. 4, no, that's
doesn't
there
wound
at all. So there we go. That's all my close combat attacks. Now you've got your attacks back. So how many does the Forge Fiend get? 4?
Yep, I believe so. Double check that if you want while I'm sorting my dice out.
Yes, so the Forge Fiend has, where are we? Attacks, no, he'll have 3 attacks.
3 attacks, here we go, hitting on 5s, I think. So.
Yes.
And there you go, I just rolled it on camera, 3 hits.
Oh no, 4s. 4s, so they all hit.
They all hit. Strength of 6 or 7?
6, yep, against toughness 6. So
4s, 1 wound.
1 wound, okay, so there is no negative to your
Yep.
stuff.
So it's just...
Actually, no, you got the demon jaws, so that's -1. So I've got a 3-up save.
Yep.
If I make this with my suppurating plate, you suffer a mortal wound.
No.
Do I want to command point that for a bit of fun? Because I've got so many command points I don't need to use anything else on. Yes, I will.
Damn it.
Here we go. And there you go. You suffer a mortal wound.
Damn it.
In return, and I'm safe.
Down to 4. What a jerk.
I know. And your Land Raider, you get, what is it, D3 attacks?
D3 attacks. Here we go. 1 on a 6. No.
There we go. So, end of that turn, we've killed the Lord, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah. I've got to do morale on these guys, so I'll do that now.
They'll be fine. It's the cultists where you lost another 1 or 2.
They're safe.
So they're still hanging around. So
all on camera as well.
All on camera. So, Rick has had some plucky rolls. It's keeping in the game, but he's still, I think, suffering at the moment.
Oh, yes.
So, I've still got a lot of my army left.
I don't.
Rick doesn't, and a lot of it's quite injured. So, that was my turn 4. So... we'll come into turn 5 after with the Death Guard next, after Rick's turn, and then we'll see where the damage really lies. So, Wordbearer's turn 4.
Okay, movement-wise, not much to do, only just falling back 2 units so I get that defensive fire at least. Hopefully I can try and roll some lucky 6s against this jerk over here. Same with the Land Raider. So, we'll see how that goes. Over here, we're still here. So I might actually just move that forward. Actually, just up here.
There you go.
Get him a bit closer and try and go for a charge as well.
Yes, bring it.
Oh yes, we can probably charge that.
You had 4 wounds.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well,
you made him nearly deaderer.
Much deaderer. Anyway, okay, so that is pretty much it for the movement. Shooting. So we'll start over here. So the 4 autocannons.
We're
going to fire at that Plague Burst Crawler. So I need.
Here we go.
3s to hit. Let's see how we go. Dice roll's been all over the place today, so we'll see how this goes. So,
pretty good.
Not
5
too
hits.
Good. 5 hits. Okay, 5 to wounds. Oh, 4 wounds.
4 wounds. He says dice roll's been all over the place and then does that.
It has.
4 ups though against the... So I failed 3. So that's 6 wounds and he's got 8 left. That's all right. So here we go. 5 ups. How many do I pass? 1, 2, 3.
So another 3 off your tally.
So he's got 5 left there.
Fine. So it gets him into the potato stage, I hope.
A little bit.
Okay, so over here we'll fire the las cannons and the crack missile at the same target.
Same target?
Yep.
Yep, let's do it.
So we'll see how we go. So here we go. Unpredictable rolling. Las cannons. 1 hit.
1 hit. That is 1 wound.
That's a wound, but you'll
5 up.
Deflected.
No.
Okay.
D6.
D6, here we go.
6. Oh, he's got 5 left, so here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
But
6.
Lee's resistant rolls are super amazing.
1, 2, 3. Yes. So
3.
No, I've taken 3, so he's got 2 wounds left.
Alright, let's see if this crack missile...
Does
I said the word missile, so probably going to miss, so here we go. Yes,
No.
It hits. And does it wound?
It wounds, yes. Here we go. I did say no.
Damn it. Damn you and your rolls, Lee.
I know.
Damn it. Oh, and over here, just a cheeky ball pistol shot with the Ormsby at the ward. So he hits. And he wounds.
Yes. But I'm good though. I'll just reiterate as well. Rick actually did a pretty smart thing by moving him back in a way because if he left it there, I probably would have killed him potentially in this turn as well. Or if not, I would have at least done a few wounds back onto him. So, and then if he attacks back, Suppurating Plate might have dealt a few mortal wounds back. So it was actually a pretty smart thing. So when I have to charge in, the Overwatch should sort of whack him a little bit. So there you go. That's pretty much your turn, isn't it?
Do you want to do the charges quickly?
Oh yeah. So here we go.
Charge in.
Yep. Bring it into the injured one or into him.
We could go into him actually.
Yeah, go into him.
Around. Let's see if we can make it. Drum roll. Oh.
Yeah, that's well and truly in. There
so
you go.
he's going to do a bit of Russian dancing there, going, hey. Kicking around.
There you go,
and that is about it.
Let's do the attacks. Let's just do him.
Sure.
He's got 4 attacks.
4 attacks.
Not very strong though. So
hitting on 3s. So
3 hits.
3 hits and strength of 6.
Yep.
Toughness
so,
of 5.
Yeah, so 3.
3. So 2 wounds.
2 wounds and safe. Now with the Bale Sword attacks, even though he's got a big thing, I hit with all of them.
Yep.
So let's see if I wound back.
No.
Yes, I get to reroll fail wounds with the Bale Sword. So
here we go.
That's 2 wounds.
2 wounds. Minus.
I think it's like -1 or something. Just roll.
Both
at least
1 side.
We'll come back and see how many wounds that did. I have to double check that.
Yep.
But there you go.
Cool.
Alright, not much in the way of movement, so I've just moved the Demon Prince back up because he's going to try and whack him. The blow drone's just moved behind as well, ready to do a little bit more damage there. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. And Typhus just moved up because he's going to do a charge eventually. So what I'm going to do now is we'll quickly do the Psychic phase. So Fleshy Abundance goes off, so I get D3 wounds back, 1.
Ah!
So, but that puts me up a bracket though, so there we go.
Damn it.
Not that it really matters. Over here, I'm just going to go to get a -1 to hit on myself, which I do with my Asthma Pestilence, and Putrescent Vitality on myself, which I'll have to double check and see if that goes off. I think it does, but I'll have to double check. So that's that, and then Smite with the Demon Prince. So yes, goes off on a 6, D3 mortal wounds, 3 onto the Forge Fiend.
Yeah, 3 wounds.
So there you go, that's the Psychic phase done as well, nice and quick, and we'll catch you in the shooting phase. Alright, game's nearly done. He's got his 3 wounds left, which is okay, but the Land Raider's gone. Did 12 wounds with the Entropy Cannons. Who says Entropy Cannons are bad? They're good. What else we got left? Did a couple of 3 wounds on the Warpsmith, and we also wiped out the Havocs as well. So basically, there was one guy left, 1 shot from the mortar, but it did wound. So I think I rolled a 1 to hit, but I got a reroll. 1 to wound, but I got a reroll. So we got there in the end with it. So yeah, pretty much next is the charge phase. So I'll charge in the Demon Prince. He's in, luckily.
Just, alright.
The Bloat Drone, he is in as well, over there. And then Typhus into the Hellbridge. 5 inches, that should make it in.
Oh, cool, I get Overwatch on him as well.
Yes, you do. So there you go. Rick will do his Overwatch, so we'll come back in the shooting phase. Rick, what's left? 2 cultists, is it?
Yes!
2 cultists.
I live!
That's the end of my turn 5. I'm obviously guessing Rick could try and run them away or hide them, but these guys don't need line of sight to hit anything, so do you want to see if the game goes on?
Yeah, we might as well try and wrap it. Here we go.
The game would go on.
Oh, it goes on.
And then it'd be a tabling after
yeah,
that. So, good game, Rick.
Well done.
And we'll do the wrap up.
Yeah, sounds good. Thank you.
There we go.
Well done.
There we go. Thank you. So pretty much turn 5, we managed to wrap it up by there. There really wasn't much left on the board for Rick. He did give it a good run though with that list.
Well, yeah. Look, as I said, it was a pure just stuff for an army. Something I had on my shelf. I thought, yeah, I'll give this a go against Leigh, and it wasn't too bad. I was quite surprised. I was expecting a tabling about turn 3, but I survived somehow to turn 5. So.
Yeah, I think it's testament to the Death Guard list where it sort of survives past that, you know, it's like around about turn 3, turn 4 when you start realising there's still quite a lot left because you really have to focus to kill certain units, and all of a sudden you go, there's either, if you focus on the Plague Burst Crawlers, you go, all of a sudden, there's Demon Prince and all these bloat drones just running around in my field, just starting to tie me up and you know, really do that damage there, or you target those and all of a sudden the Plague Burst Crawlers are just smashing you, boom, 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 and they're, you know, re-rolls to hit, and also because of the mortars, re-rolls to wound on 1s, and most things are going to be wounding on 3s to sort of 2s, and with that re-roll, it's really, really powerful.
What I really noticed with this army, though, what was really saving your hide was the actual disgustingly resilient saves. I mean, I did so many wounds in some stages, and you just went, haha, just deflection. I was just like,
yeah, like
it's like you said, it's a testament to your army that it actually can deflect so much damage like that as well.
Yeah, I think the good thing about this list, like I didn't make as many disgustingly resilient as I normally do, but I think it's just the fact that there is the disgustingly resilient there, which sort of keeps me going. So if I even just make a third of them, even less, it still keeps like a Plague Burst Crawler alive. It'll keep a unit stringing along, which means that's another turn where you're going to have to kill it, where you have to focus on it because it's going to go do something. And that's sort of where this list works. And just to go back to what I was saying before as well, if you don't target either the fast-moving stuff or the slow-moving Plague Burst Crawlers, all of a sudden you've got Poxwalkers and Cultists and that sort of in the midfield scoring the objectives that are sitting there, so which is their job, and that will be backed by Typhus, who's an absolute beast in that sort of midfield. So, you know, I've got something in my backfield, which is good. I've got something in my midfield, which is good. I've got something in my opponent's field, which is also really good. So that way I'm just... yeah, I'm owning every area of the field. I've got board control. It's just, you know,
you got a good balance for this event.
Yeah, that's exactly it. So, you know, I'm keen to see what it does against like a psychic heavy army as well, because there'd be a lot of denials and that going back and forth.
Yeah.
You know,
but mind you, a lot of the psychic stuff you did in this game was it's just buff things for yourself. It wasn't really offensive. I mean, yeah, you've got Smite that can just go out and fry stuff, but there wasn't much of that going on.
Yeah.
So from what I observed, I mean, a lot of it was just more buffing your units up to make them a bit more powerful. So the psychic in your army, it may be threatening, but to the opponent, it may look threatening, but it's actually beneficial and doesn't really do much to.
Yeah, that's exactly it. So
it's more for your own benefit. It's not really to cause that much havoc on the opponent. That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah, that's exactly it. And you know, I think this list is just going to do really well. I might not end up winning games against the other players that are really good.
No, I don't know. Yeah, this list is pretty good. I mean, considering, I mean, you took on 4 Hellbrutes, the Land Raider, and some other disgusting machines as well, and you managed to wipe out the army. I was like, wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, like the big thing I'm always going to do is assume I go second as well, so I need to make sure that I protect my Plague Burst crawlers where I can. So, you know, there's things like not like Helldrakes or stuff that can really just push in turn 1 time up. So I need to make sure those screens are there. That's what the Noblings are for, and they're just so resilient as well. Because people go, oh yeah, I'll target these things, they stick around, and all of a sudden nothing else has been shot. I think that's a great thing about this list as well, is that you have to sit there and think, what do I shoot? Because you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't.
Exactly. So, like I found out myself. So.
Yeah, that's exactly it. And it's sort of like turn 2, 3, which is really crucial, I think, for this list as well. So if I go real bad turn 1, turn 2, you know, or if the opponent doesn't do well, sort of that turn 1, turn 2, it's really crucial turn 3.
Well, it gives you the upper hand as well. I mean, in that game, obviously, I did quite well in the first 2 turns, and you somehow managed to hold on, and then you sort of kicked into gear. And then
it's the attrition, it's the wearing down, the constant wearing down of the opponent as well. So, you know, because you had quite a lot sort of like in turn 3, but it's because I was wearing you down, so all of a sudden all your stuff was damaged, and then the next turn it was all dying. So I didn't have to freak out a little bit by going, you know, I have to kill this stuff now. It's like, yeah, it's going to come later, and I've got it. And that's being able to back yourself as well. And
definitely.
I made sure I leave things hidden as well, so I can't get a full tabling if I'm ahead in points in certain areas. So yeah, anyway, that's that. I think this is probably the last game I'm going to actually play before I fly across to Gibraltar.
Yeah, well, all the best in your trip as well.
Thank you very much.
Do well.
Thank you very much. You know. Yeah, I'd love to get a few more practice games in, however, I don't think I can. By the time you're watching this, the event's probably already been done and dusted, I think, like I said at the start of the game, and I've walked away with first place. Probably not. But, you know, yeah.
I mean, that's an encouraging laugh, yeah, so you'll do right, mate, don't worry.
I think so. I think it'll be good, but I'm just looking forward to meeting everyone and playing everyone. Yeah, so it's going to be heaps of fun. Yeah, that's that. So by the time I come back, hopefully we'll have a few more games filmed, and we'll probably start varying it off. You won't see the Death Guard as much anymore. I'll probably go back to the Drukhari. Might even try and play with my demons. I've got some Primaris Ultramarines that I'm painting up as well.
And your Red Corsairs as well.
Yeah, the Red Corsairs. I'm not super with the Chaos Marines at the moment. I think something will happen with them later on. I might run them with some demons. I don't know at this stage, but I really want to start playing some of my other armies I've got. I want to get some good guy armies onto the battlefield as well that I've painted. So hence the Primaris Ultramarines with a knight. I do have a knight that's sitting in a box, which
I've got 3 knights at home you can always use. So.
Yeah, that's it. So, yeah, we can definitely give some of those a crack, which would be heaps of fun. So I've got a whole bunch of aggressors I need to make.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right.
And I need to get some more interceptors as well. So
definitely,
because that's their names.
The intercessors.
Intercessors.
Yeah.
So I need to get up another squad of those, so at least I can run a battalion to get those.
Sounds good.
I can run a patrol attachment, but I can't run a battalion.
Yeah,
I figured. So got to do more painting.
Oh, and you got Rowboat as well.
Yeah, got a big rowboat. I'm going to paint him for a bit of fun, so he's going to take me a long time to paint because I want to do him justice because it's such a great model.
Oh, definitely.
So yeah, anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching, guys.
Yeah, thanks, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and until next time, catch you later.
Ciao.